Hey everybody, this is Eric here with Women's History Moment, video number 16, trying to catch up before the week is over to get back on track. Sorry about the delay. So there will be multiple videos uploaded at one time. Try to cut it in half and do half at one time and then half another time. So let's dive in. Video number 16 is spotlighting a USA Today national chosen woman for Woman of the Year 2025, which is Angela Williams. Angela is the first Black woman to serve as president and CEO of the United Way Worldwide. So let's dive into and learn some more information about Angela Williams. She is frequently reminded of a phrase her father wrote more than half a century ago, quote, "Now is the time to be brave and stand up for your neighbors," unquote. And that is apropos for the times that we are in. It is a sentiment Williams has taken to heart throughout her more than 3 decades as a lawyer and nonprofit leader, working to redefine what it means to lend a helping hand and lead with your values. As I stated, the first Black woman to serve as president and CEO of United Way Worldwide in the charity's organization's 135-year history. Williams is aiming to scale community-driven solutions and break down systemic barriers to equity, economic mobility, and social justice for all. Since 2021, she stood on the front lines of the organization's response and recovery efforts to devastating disasters, including this year's Los Angeles wildfires and the hurricanes that ripped through the South in 2024. Williams credits her father, a Baptist preacher who worked alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as head of the NAACP for South Carolina during the Civil Rights Movement, with instilling in her a drive to serve others. That lesson from 1961 stands true today, Williams told of his note. We as human beings have an obligation to stand up and fight for our neighbors. Now, the rest of her interview is a little lengthy, so I won't go too much further into it, but I will link this description in the video, as well as this short video that I'm going to bring up, which will also be in her words about her work with the United Way, and some information about her father and how she was, I guess the word would be, molded into the person she is today that fits in this position. So let's cue up that video. Let me get it ready for you. And here we go.
We know that people are hurting. We know that communities are suffering. And we, as human beings, have an obligation to stand up and fight for our neighbors.
United Way CEO Angela Williams says knowing how to mobilize communities for the greater good is in her DNA.
My parents worked alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. My dad was the head of the NAACP for the state of South Carolina, and he was pastor of a Baptist church. He wrote a letter to all of the clergy in Anderson, South Carolina in 1961, where he said, "Now is the time to be brave and to stand up for your neighbors." That lesson from 1961 stands true today.
As a key figure in the nonprofit world, Williams says community service can take many forms.
Looking out for others means when there's a hurricane, people can galvanize and bring products and bring helping hands into the community to do simple things such as hand out food or cut trees or pick up garbage. But we also see volunteering in other ways. People who have special gifts and talents saying to a small nonprofit, "I know you don't have a web designer. I happen to be one. Can I volunteer and help you build a website?
We are seeing scenes like this one throughout the city. This is a family that's stuck on a balcony here.
My greatest opportunity to serve in the nonprofit sector came after Hurricane Katrina. And I was invited by both President Bush and President Clinton to be their faith liaison for the Bush-Clinton-Katrina Fund. My responsibility was to distribute tens of millions of dollars to help rebuild houses of worship that were affected by Hurricane Katrina. I felt that that was a moment in time that I could bring my faith, my nonprofit skills, my legal experience all into action at that moment in time. And so when you work on our area of the social sector, you really have to learn how to listen, to be empathetic, and then also resourceful to help people move from a place of despair to a place of hope, to a place of resiliency.
All right, so there you have it. In her words, Angela Williams, the current CEO and president of the United Way Worldwide. And as always, with any video that I do for you, I hope this was a learning opportunity for you as it was for me. Please like and always share, whether it's through YouTube, share it that way, or on Facebook and Instagram, you can share it that way. I haven't figured out how to tell you to share through Blue Sky, because on my Blue Sky account, I can only repost or something like that. But if you know how to do that, you can drop a comment down in the comments letting me know, because I'm new to Blue Sky as well. But that's the end of today's video, and I will see you on the next video. Have a good evening and have a great weekend.